students, once again Ashwar Arora is with you. Yes students, तो चले अपने next topic पे. Yes, in organizing we were doing the types of organization. This was left na in the previous video. Types of organization. Yes, there are two types of organization: formal and informal organization. Clear? Formal organization. Yes, what is the, now the question arises, what is the formal organization? An organization in which responsibilities, authorities and mutual relationships among all the employees working in the organization are clearly defined. This is the formal organization. In formal organization, authority, responsibility, mutual relationships between the superior and subordinates are clearly defined. Who is the superior and who is his subordinates? Yeah, which subordinate will work under which superior? All this is defined. Clear? There is no any change in that organization. Clear? Then what are the features of the formal organization? What first is, it has defined interrelationship. Yes, in the formal organization, all the relationships between the superior and subordinates is already defined. Clear? Next, means there is no any doubt between the superior and the subordinates. Okay, who is the superior and who is the subordinate? Next is, it is based on rules and procedure. Yes, this is the most important feature of the formal organization. It is based on the rules and procedures. To run the formal organization, the rules and procedures are already defined. Means on which rules and regulations the formal organization is based, it is very much clear to all the subordinates. Next, it is deliberately created. The formal organization is created deliberately. Means it is not created by the friendly relations as the informal organization. Means for creation of the formal organization, it is basically a procedure. It is based on the procedure, so it is created deliberately. मतलब सोच समझकर क्रिएट किया जाता है formal organization. Next, it is impersonal. Yes, it is impersonal because impersonal organization is the informal organization. As the formal organization, it is based on the particular rules and procedures, so it is the impersonal. There is no any place of the cordial relations. Well, there must be cordial relations to achieve the organizational objectives between the subordinates, but impersonal means कि यहाँ पे कोई पर्सनल रिलेशंस मीन्स फ्रेंडली रिलेशंस का कोई प्लेस नहीं होता. नेक्स्ट इज द, इट इज मोर स्टेबल than the informal organization या any other type of the organization. Formal organization is more stable because it is based on the rules and procedures, and there is interrelationship among the superior and the subordinate is clearly defined, so it is more stable. Clear? These were the features. The next one is the advantages. Yes, what are the advantages of formal organization? If there is any organization, there is the formal organization, then what advantages that organization will have? First one is the easy to fix accountability. Yes, each subordinate is accountable to a particular superior, then the accountability of the subordinate can be easily fixed. Next is the no overlapping of work. There is particular division of work according to the capability, speciality of the particular person. Clear? Then there is no overlapping of work, there is no duplication, there is no wastage of resources. Next is unity of command possible. In this organization, unity of command is possible. How? Because in unity of command, unity of command means all the subordinates will get order from the one superior only, and they are accountable to that superior only. So this the benefit of unity of command, yeah, you can say the unity of command is possible in the formal organization. Next is easy to get goals. In the formal organizations, the goals means common goals, yeah, general goals we can say, can be get very easily because all the efforts of the superior only to achieve the organizational goals. Next is the stability in the organization. Which organization is stable? That is the formal organization. जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर्मल होगी दैट विल बी द स्टेबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. क्लियर. नेक्स्ट इज द मीन्स अगर स्टेबिलिटी इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कहाँ पे है, विच ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज बेस्ड ऑन द रूल्स एंड प्रोसीजर, पर्टिकुलर रूल्स एंड प्रोसीजर्स हैं, देन दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज स्टेबल. नेक्स्ट इज द लिमिटेशंस ऑफ फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. नेक्स्ट limitations का फर्स्ट पॉइंट है आपका डिले इन द वर्क. Yes, because the organization is particularly based on the rules and procedure, and by following the rules and procedure, sometimes there is delay in the work. Sometimes delay in work. Next is the lack of initiative. Yes, there is particular, every person, every subordinate has fixed responsibility, has fixed work. There is no any chance for a subordinate to do work according to his capability, according to his efficiency. So there is a lack of initiativeness among the employees. There is no any chance for any employee to do work according to his choice, according to his capability. Next is mechanization of relation. There is mechanization of relation in the formal organization. How? Because relationship of all the peoples are defined and they do work according to that relationship only. Clear? Every person know who is the superior and who is under that superior. There is a mechanization of relation. Na? They will in nutshell they cannot do their work according to their choice, according to their efficiency, according to their capability. So there is the mechanization of the relation. These are the limitations. Okay students, this is all about the formal organization, features, advantages and limitations. The next one is the informal organization. Yes, what is the informal organization? The organization which is not established deliberately. Formal organization is established deliberately, but informal organization is not established deliberately but comes into existence because of the mutual understanding, mutual relations. There is existence because of the common interest, taste and religious and communal relation. Communal relations means इंटरेस्ट, टेस्ट, रिलीजियस, मतलब रिलीजन सेम होता है, हो सकता है कि तो अपने ग्रुपिज्म बना लेते हैं, क्यों तो सेम वे से काम करते हैं. देयर इज द कम्युनल रिलेशंस. The chief quality of this organization lies in the friendly relationship and cooperative nature. If there is a friendly relationship among the employees, then they will cooperate automatically in each other's work. This is a informal organization. Means informal organization is not created deliberately, but formal organization created deliberately. And इसका जो फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के एग्जिस्टेंस का मेन बेस क्या था? रूल्स एंड प्रोसीजर्स. बट इसके एग्जिस्टेंस का मेन बेस क्या है? इंटरेस्ट, कॉमन इंटरेस्ट, टेस्ट, कम्युनल रिलेशंस एंड रिलीजियस एंड कम्युनल रिलेशंस. क्लियर? और चीफ क्वालिटी क्या है इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की? देयर इज अ फ्रेंडली रिलेशनशिप अमंग द एम्प्लॉइज. सेकेंडली कोऑपरेटिव नेचर. फीचर्स क्या है आपका इनफॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के? फर्स्ट, बेस्ड ऑन फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. For creating the informal organization, we will get the base from the formal organization. Because हम formal organization से base क्यों लेते हैं? Because we can get the employees, the superior and subordinates from the formal organization ना. जब formal organization से वो employees और superior होंगे, अगर उनमें आपस में taste और interest same होगा, then they can get easily the formal organization वो create कर सकते हैं. Next, it has no written rules and procedure. Formal organization is based on the written rules and regulations, but informal organization, for the informal organization there is no need for the written rules and procedures. Next is independent channel of communication. There is independent channel of communication. No, there is no any foundation for the subordinates. Okay, they will talk to the particular superior. No, they can talk to any superior, to any subordinate to get the work in the proper manner. Next is, it is not deliberately created. As I have told you, it is not deliberately created. It is created by friendly relationship and cooperative nature. Next, it has no place on organization chart. Yes, informal organization has no place on the organizational chart, because in the organizational chart, what is the organizational chart? Was first we should know what is the organizational chart. Organizational chart is a drawing which show the relationship among the various posts established in the organization. Organizational chart is the drawing which show various posts in the organization and establish the various posts in the organization. ठीक है? But informal organization क्या है? It is not created deliberately. So it has no place on the organizational chart. Next is it is personal. Yes. Formal organization was impersonal. It was impersonal, but it is personal because it is created by the friendly relationship among the employees. Next, it lacks stability. Yes, formal organization का main advantage क्या था? Stability in the organization, because there is the rules and procedure and all the workers were working according to the rules and procedures. But it lacks stability. Stability means अगर by any reason, if there is if conflicts is created among the employees, then the informal organization will be removed. क्लियर? अगर क्योंकि इनफॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फ्रेंडली रिलेशन से बना, और फ्रेंडली रिलेशन में अगर किसी तरह का कोई भी कंफ्लिक्ट क्रिएट हो जाता है, देन वो जो उनका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या ग्रुप बना होता है, दैट विल बी रिमूव्ड. मींस देयर इट लैक्स स्टेबिलिटी. ये स्टेबिलिटी नहीं होती है इनफॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. नेक्स्ट इज द एडवांटेजेस. क्या है इनफॉर्मल के? इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन. देन इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन, हाउ इट इज इफेक्टिव इन कम्युनिकेशन? बिकॉज all the employees in the organization are very familiar in the nature of the workers. So there is effective communication. They can communicate each and every idea to each other. Next is fulfills social needs. Yes, all the social needs of all the employees can be fulfilled by the informal organization, because they are in touch with each other and they know the problems, they know the each and everything of all the employees. So social needs can fulfill by the informal organization. Next is fulfill the organizational objective. Yes, when the social needs of all the organizations will fulfill, then the common objective, organizational objective, will also be fulfilled by the informal organization. These were the advantages: effective communication, fulfill social needs, and fulfill the organization objective. Next one is the limitations. Yes, what are the limitations? First one is it creates rumors. It creates rumors because in the friendly relation, rumors जो है ना वो बहुत जल्दी क्रिएट हो जाता है. रूमर्स मीन्स अफवाहें या भ्रम जिसे हम कह सकते हैं. तो रूमर्स बहुत जल्दी क्रिएट हो जाते हैं. अगर एक पर्सन दूसरे पर्सन की किसी भी बात पे अगर कोई ट्रस्ट कर लेता है, दैट इज द रॉन्ग, देन देयर मस्ट बी सम situations arises that are not in favor of the organization. Next is the it resists change. Yes, in friendly relationship या in informal organization, changes जो है वो जल्दी से अडॉप्ट नहीं किए जाते हैं. They resist the changes. Next is the pressures of the group norms. Yes, there are the pressures of the group norms. How the pressures of the group norms are created? Because people are under the pressure to observe group norms. Sometimes the people assembled in informal group lose sight of their objectives and all decide to oppose their superior anonymously. Means जानबूझ के वो अपने सुपीरियर को क्या करते हैं, वो निग्लेक्ट नहीं करते हैं, बट निग्लेक्ट हो जाता है. सो इट इज द प्रेशर ऑफ ग्रुप नॉर्म्स. Yes students, these were the limitations, advantages and features of informal organization. This was all about the types of the organization, formal and informal organization. In the next part we will do the types of the organizational structure. That was the functional organizational structure and divisional organizational structure. Okay students, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Till then, okay, bye.